Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Never Walk Alone. I'm your host, Kaelem, and please welcome our guest for today, former UCC student, Model UN team member, Horizons tutor, and sustainability steward, Chris No. How are you today, sir?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing just fine. Thanks for coming back to speak with us. We really do appreciate it. So I'll jump right into it.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, since leaving the role of sustainability steward, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many thousands of trees have you been able to hug?
Maybe a couple, I
A
think.
couple
I
thousand?
think, you know,
A
I
couple
can't
thousand?
remember, I can't
We're
recall, but
lacking there, Chris, but it's all right. I'm sure
I'm
new
trying to get it.
sustainability
Yeah.
steward will pick up the load for you.
hmm
So I know that you're currently a student at Wesleyan University down in the States. How are you enjoying that so far?
I chose Wesleyan because it was very different, right, from my UCC experience. And so I knew it was going to be kind of new ground for me. And so it has been that. I've met a lot of different people. Although, the US and Canada, that we are neighbors, there are some differences. They use Fahrenheit for some strange reason, and I think that's just foolish. But it really has been fun. And luckily, because of their extensive testing protocols, I was able to kind of get a grasp of that true university experience. So yeah.
Cool. Great. I'm glad to hear it. What courses are you taking?
What did I take? Physics. I took Korean politics through film. I really like that one.
Wow.
I took
Yeah.
another film course, and I also took sex and gender analyzed in a critical perspective. So I
Nice.
tried to really,
Yeah.
take a broad range.
Yeah, that really is quite something. Physics and then Korean politics through film.
Yes.
Quite the contrast. Uh, do you do any extracurriculars? I know that part of the university experience for a lot of people is involving yourself in other things. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, you were quite involved at UCC. So, is there anything in particular that you were able to get yourself involved in?
Yeah, so one thing I learned from UCC, not only did I foster my love for extracurriculars at UCC, but also that you can easily overstock your plate there. And so I didn't wanna, you know, create too packed of a schedule for myself. So I tried to join, the frisbee team, which was actually a really fun experience.
Nice.
And also, I was actually able to walk onto the varsity golf team there.
Wow.
So that's been quite an experience. And as well, I tried to kind of dabble in some film groups. So I've tried to limit it to 3
Okay.
for now.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff. Okay,
Mhm.
good stuff. Um, I know once again, where you're going right now is in the States. I'm sure that it's very different than Toronto and UCC. Was there much of an adjustment for you between Toronto and Connecticut?
Um, y- yes, I think how do I put it? I think in a sense, because I was in Connecticut, but I was in a rural part of Connecticut, so there was that kind of urban kind of rural dynamic there.
Mm,
But overall, I think it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, you know.
mm.
Yeah, people are people kind of, so I just kind of got there, just kind of got used to it.
Right, right. Well, yeah, I'm sure that as well, actually, when I went down to the States just a few years
Yeah.
ago, it was very interesting how people thought of people who were from Canada. Very nice. They thought we were
Yeah.
polite and everything. Was there much of an adjustment between you and your fellow peers who, when they found out that you were from Canada?
Yeah, well, they really wanted to know. Well, one, they wanted to ask if it's true that we're super polite and stuff. And
Yeah,
I hope I already demonstrated that when I met them.
yeah,
But
sure.
but then they asked me, is it true that you say a boot
A
or
boot.
a? And I think that a boot is an exaggeration, but I do think a is a true thing. I mean, come on, you
Yeah.
you can't tell me you haven't gone to the college, and you haven't heard someone say like, "Hey, nice skate spot" or something, A. And
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, so that thing is true. But yeah,
That is true. That is true. And also, I mean, we got Drake.
yes, yes.
That's something.
As well as many other people though. I point this out. We got like The Weeknd from Toronto. We
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
Shawn Mendes. So
Sure, yeah. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, maybe not the last one, but we're sort of carrying the music industry right now. Not gonna lie. Cool. Well, I know that COVID has affected a lot of our plans, and actually, on the previous guests that we've had on the show, they've all come up with some sort of story about how it's altered their summers. But were you able to do anything fun over the summer?
Well, one, the CESB, I think, was a quite an initiative by the government that benefited many students, including myself. So that was really, really nice. But furthermore, I tried to, what did I do? I think, I got a job as an ice cream scooper at
Nice.
an ice cream shop in downtown Toronto. So
Oh,
that was actually, you know what, to be fair, I thought that was going to be, like kind of a walk in the park, like, 5-hour shifts, 4 times a week, right? But I really learned a lot. Like, the service industry is no joke. Like you do work hard, and I think it opens up your perspective, kind of making minimum wage,
yeah.
and having to, I guess, perform kind of quotidian repetitive tasks and just keep yourself doing it and like motivate yourself to do that. So I think that was actually an eye-opening experience for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Great. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you had a great experience with it. Just one second. Um, it tastes better than from a mug.
Have you been
Alrighty.
setting that up?
Sorry. Well, anyways,
Oh my goodness.
so I know. Sounds like you're pretty locked into this university thing. Have you got any major plans for the future?
Uh, any major plans? Well, I think in terms of the university, I think my academic goals are just to, I guess take the broadest scope of courses I can.
Hmm.
Really try different stuff. I really am into film, and that's
Right.
part of the reason why I went there because they kind of specialize in that
Cool.
area. So I wanna pursue that, but
Okay.
um,
Cool.
but yeah, in terms of goals, I think a lot of goals have been halted during this period because nothing is quite certain.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I'll say on that. Just really trying new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great. Um, just I know that we're running out low on time right now, so I'm going to ask you one last question.
Yeah.
If you had one word of advice, doesn't have to be one word, just has to be some advice. You get my drift. For today's UCC student, what would that be?
Depth over breadth. And what I mean by that, and I alluded to this in my kind of my extracurriculars
Hmm.
at UCC, but really I think what's so important is that when you're young, in your grade 9 or grade 8, and you're at UCC, I think it's really important to try new things. But I think at UCC there are so many opportunities, and I think we have to accept that we cannot do all of them, right? And
Right.
so it's really about finding your passion, fostering it, and just doing as much as you can within that passion or interest of yours at the school.
Right.
And I think when everyone does that, it brings so much diversity to the table.
Right.
So I will say yes, go, I guess, kind of deep and foster deep into your passions.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, Chris, that's all with the time we have. Thanks for coming back to speak to us, and good luck pursuing Fume. All the best for you in the future.
Oh, thank you very much, Kaelem. You
Yeah.
too.
Thanks as well to our audience for joining us today. If you have any other former UCC students, UCC teachers, or people in general who you would like to see interviewed, please reach out to me at kaelem.moniz@ucc.owen.ca. That's kaelem.moniz@ucc.owen.ca, and we can see what we can do. Thanks, Chris, and thanks everybody at home. Have a good one, guys.